Americans purchase nearly 600 million pounds of Halloween candy every year and eat nearly 3 pounds of it. Today, we're doing something deliciously controversial.
Oh my God, Brian, you were right. Halloween is the best. Look how much candy I have.
We're ranking America's most iconic Halloween treats, from absolute worst to surprisingly irresistible. Not by how Instagram-worthy they look or how much nostalgia they trigger, but by
Trick or treat!
Where's Waldo? Oh, where's my candy? Right here!
flavor, texture, consistency, and whether you'll actually crave another bite. So grab your trick-or-treat bag, because we're about to unwrap the truth about America's most beloved Halloween foods. Taking the crown for absolute worst flavor experience is the popcorn ball, that sphere of caramelized corn that's been haunting Halloween parties since the 1860s. These sticky orbs exploded in popularity during the 1950s party circuit, when hosts handed them out alongside wax fangs and paper decorations, thinking they'd created the perfect handheld treat. Take America's favorite movie snack, bind it with sweet caramel, and create a portable party favor. Early recipes from New York cookbooks promised delightful confections that would charm guests at autumn gatherings. Nebraska school kids in the 1920s even tried selling them door to door, convinced they'd struck Halloween gold. Popcorn balls are essentially edible weapons disguised as candy. That caramel coating hardens into a shell so tough it could crack a molar, while the popcorn inside turns stale and flavorless. The texture is all wrong. Too hard to bite comfortably, too sticky to eat cleanly, and too bland to justify the dental risk. Modern versions fare even worse. Mass-produced popcorn balls sacrifice the buttery richness of fresh caramel for shelf stability, creating treats that taste like sweetened packing material. Sure, they trigger powerful nostalgia for simpler times, but nostalgia doesn't make bad food taste good. When candy historians call them a match made in treat heaven, they're clearly remembering the idea rather than the actual eating experience. Pillsbury's Halloween-shaped cookies tumble into 10th place as the treat that looks absolutely adorable but tastes like sweetened cardboard. These ready-to-bake ghost, pumpkin, and cat-shaped cookies have dominated grocery aisles since the 2000s, promising Pinterest-perfect results with minimal effort for busy parents and office party planners. Pop open a tube, slice, bake for 12 minutes, and you've got 24 Instagram-ready cookies with zero measuring or mixing. The shapes are genuinely cute. Those little ghost faces and pumpkin smiles photograph beautifully for social media. Parents love the safe-to-eat raw dough formula, eliminating salmonella fears when kids inevitably sneak tastes. Convenience comes at a steep flavor cost. These cookies taste like sweetened flour with a hint of vanilla, completely forgettable and artificially flavored. The texture falls somewhere between cardboard and chalk, lacking the buttery richness that makes homemade cookies irresistible. Even with buttercream frosting and sprinkles, you're essentially decorating blandness. Kids get excited seeing those adorable shapes, expecting cookies that taste as good as they look. Instead, they get mass-produced mediocrity that makes store-bought sugar cookies seem gourmet. When taste guides praise these as iconic Halloween treats, they're clearly rating cuteness over flavor. Caramel corn and kettle corn land at number 9 as the treats that sound more exciting than they actually taste. These buttery, sugary popcorn variations trace back centuries. Kettle corn to the 1700s Pennsylvania Dutch settlers. Caramel corn to the 1893 Chicago World's Fair where Cracker Jack made its debut. Both promise that perfect sweet-salty balance that should make taste buds dance. Both became fall fair staples that naturally migrated to Halloween through autumn associations. County fairs, haunted hayrides, and pumpkin patch snack shacks. These treats pack well for outdoor Halloween events where you can hear the sugar crunch echo down cobwebbed streets. They're not strictly Halloween-only treats, but rather October staples that get bundled with ghost stories and harvest festivals, riding the coattails of fall's agricultural traditions. Most modern versions fall flat, Store-bought caramel corn often tastes stale and overly sweet, lacking the buttery richness that makes fresh versions special. The caramel coating frequently turns rock hard, creating jaw-aching chews instead of satisfying snaps. Kettle Corn S has that delicate, sweet, salty balance that often gets lost in mass production, leaving you with mildly flavored popcorn that doesn't justify choosing it over actual candy. Caramel corn can stick to your teeth like dental cement, while kettle corn often feels dusty and dry. Neither delivers the intense flavor satisfaction you're craving on Halloween night, when every treat needs to earn its place in your limited stomach space. Halloween Oreos slide into 8th place as the treat that proves even beloved brands can phone it in for seasonal sales. Since 1991, Nabisco has been releasing limited edition Halloween Oreos with orange creme filling, embossed pumpkin designs, and special packaging that creates artificial urgency among cookie collectors. Take America's favorite cookie, that perfect chocolate wafer and sweet creme combination that's hooked generations, and dress it up for Halloween with bright orange filling and spooky designs. Fans genuinely get excited for the annual release, with some retailers reporting complete sellouts within days of hitting shelves. They taste exactly like regular Oreos. That orange creme? It's literally the same vanilla filling with food coloring. Those embossed monster faces? Pure cosmetic changes that don't affect flavor at all. You're paying premium seasonal prices for identical cookies, wearing Halloween costumes. Kids get excited seeing the orange packaging and monster designs, expecting something special and Halloween-themed. Instead, they get the exact same cookie they could buy any day of the year, just with different colored filling that doesn't even taste like orange or pumpkin. Halloween Oreos rank here because they represent lazy seasonal marketing disguised as innovation. Candy corn claims 7th place as Halloween's most polarizing treat, a tri-colored kernel that triggers either intense devotion or complete revulsion, with virtually no middle ground. Created in the 1880s by George Renninger and originally marketed as chicken feed, these little sugar pyramids have become Halloween's unofficial mascot despite tasting like sweetened wax to half the population. Americans consume over 30 million pounds of candy corn every October, celebrating National Candy Corn Day on October 30th with religious fervor. 4 generations have grown up associating those yellow-orange-white stripes with Halloween, making it one of the few candies that's genuinely synonymous with the holiday rather than just seasonally repackaged. The flavor profile is undeniably unique: honey vanilla sweetness, with a waxy texture that melts slowly on your tongue. Fans describe it as comfort food candy that tastes like childhood Halloween memories. The visual appeal is Instagram perfect, with those iconic stripes matching every jack-o'-lantern and autumn decoration in existence. That waxy consistency feels artificial and cloying to many palates. Critics compare eating candy corn to chewing candle wax mixed with corn syrup. Sweet, but fundamentally unpleasant. The flavor, while distinctive, lacks the complexity that makes other candies genuinely craveable. Candy corn ranks here because it succeeds as a Halloween icon while failing as actual candy for many people. It's historically significant and visually perfect, but when half your potential audience finds your core product inedible, you can't rank higher than middle tier. Monster cereals, Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry haunt 6th place as the breakfast treats that became Halloween legends through pure nostalgia power. General Mills launched this spooky trilogy in 1971 to 1972, creating marshmallow-laden cereals themed around classic movie monsters that would become pop culture icons spanning 5 decades. These cereals disappeared from year-round availability in 2009. Becoming strictly seasonal releases that create genuine excitement among fans who remember Saturday morning cartoon marathons fueled by chocolate and strawberry sugar bombs. The limited availability transforms ordinary breakfast cereal into collectible Halloween merchandise. Count Chocula's chocolate crunch pairs perfectly with the vanilla marshmallows, while Boo Berry's blueberry flavor creates a unique breakfast experience. The sugar rush is immediate and intense, exactly what kids crave and adults remember fondly. The packaging and marketing genius cannot be overstated. These cereals have collaborated with Scooby-Doo, DC Comics, and even created vinyl records. Original boxes command serious money on eBay, while annual flavor variations and anniversary editions create collector frenzies that extend far beyond typical cereal marketing. They're basically sugar delivery systems disguised as breakfast food. The nutritional value is non-existent. The artificial colors are aggressive, and the flavor complexity stops at sweet. They rank here because they succeed brilliantly as Halloween nostalgia products while offering minimal satisfaction as actual food. Caramel apples capture 5th place as Halloween's attempt at combining healthy fruit with indulgent candy and somehow making it work. Tom Hilbert created the first soft caramel apples in 1936 at his Idaho candy shop, transforming ordinary Granny Smith apples into harvest season treasures that perfectly embody autumn's sweet tart balance. Take crisp, tart apples at their seasonal peak and coat them in rich, buttery caramel that hardens into a glossy shell. The contrast between the apple's sharp acidity and the caramel's deep sweetness creates a flavor complexity that simple candy bars can't match. Fresh caramel apples deliver textural variety, the satisfying crunch of breaking through caramel, followed by the apple's juicy burst. Caramel apples scream autumn harvest festivals, county fairs, and old-fashioned trick-or-treating when people still made homemade treats. They represent a wholesome alternative to mass-produced candy, connecting Halloween to agricultural traditions and seasonal eating patterns that feel authentically American. Practical problems hold caramel apples back. They're messy to eat, requiring strategic planning and napkin stockpiling. The caramel frequently hardens beyond comfortable chewing, especially when refrigerated. They're expensive compared to candy alternatives and have short shelf lives that make them impractical for mass distribution. Caramel apples rank here because they offer genuine flavor complexity and nostalgic charm while being fundamentally impractical as Halloween treats. They're perfect for fall festivals and special occasions, but too cumbersome for everyday Halloween enjoyment. The classic candy quartet, Twix, Crunch, Milky Way, and M&M's, secure 4th place as Halloween's reliable workhorses that deliver consistent satisfaction without creative risks. These aren't Halloween-specific treats, but rather everyday favorites that happen to excel during trick-or-treat season through sheer popularity and wide appeal. M&M's dominate through versatility and visual appeal. Those colorful button candies come in Halloween orange and purple variants, photograph beautifully in candy bowls, and appeal to every age group. The chocolate melts perfectly in your mouth while the candy shell provides satisfying crunch. M&M peanuts add protein and saltiness that creates addictive contrast. Multiple surveys rank M&M's as America's top Halloween candy, and for good reason. They're practically impossible to mess up. Twix brings textural complexity with its cookie caramel chocolate combination that creates multiple flavor layers in each bite. Crunch delivers that distinctive crispy rice satisfaction that makes every bite different, while Milky Way offers creamy nougat comfort food appeal. Each brings something different to the Halloween candy mix while maintaining broad demographic appeal. These candies taste identical, whether you buy them in February or October, meaning consistent quality that parents trust and kids recognize. They're perfectly portion-controlled, individually wrapped, and shelf-stable, everything practical Halloween distribution requires. Their ranking reflects their fundamental nature as year-round staples rather than Halloween specials. They're excellent candies that are distributed during Halloween, rather than treats that capture Halloween's unique spirit. Snickers storms into 3rd place as Halloween's most complete candy experience, a perfect marriage of nougat, caramel, peanuts, and chocolate that satisfied trick-or-treaters since 1930. Mars created this legendary combination and somehow achieved the impossible, a candy bar that actually delivers on its satisfying promise while tasting incredible. Sweet nougat provides the base, buttery caramel adds richness, roasted peanuts contribute crunch and saltiness, and milk chocolate binds everything together in perfect harmony. Each element serves a purpose, creating layered flavor that evolves as you chew rather than hitting you with simple sugar rush. That initial chocolate snap gives way to chewy caramel, crunchy peanuts, and soft nougat. A complete mouthfeel experience that cheap candy bars can't replicate. The combination actually provides some satiation, making one Snickers more satisfying than multiple pieces of pure sugar candy. Snickers consistently ranks in top 3 Halloween candy surveys, with trade value on playgrounds rivaling actual currency. Full-size Snickers bars turn houses into neighborhood legends, while fun-size versions disappear first from candy bowls nationwide. The "you're not you when you're hungry" marketing perfectly captures Halloween's sugar crash reality. Snickers ranks here because it combines exceptional flavor with practical satisfaction. It's Halloween candy that actually works as food rather than just sugar delivery, making it the thinking person's choice for both giving and receiving. Nearly a century of consistent excellence earns this high ranking. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups claim second place as Halloween's most beloved chocolate peanut butter combination, a perfect marriage that's dominated trick-or-treat bags since H.B. Reese invented them in 1928. The seasonal pumpkin variations, introduced in 1993, prove that sometimes perfection can actually be improved through better engineering. Sweet milk chocolate provides the perfect vehicle for rich, slightly salty peanut butter filling that creates addictive contrast in every bite. The proportions are mathematically perfect, enough peanut butter to deliver intense flavor without overwhelming the chocolate, wrapped in just enough chocolate to complement without masking the peanut butter's richness. That initial chocolate snap gives way to creamy peanut butter that melts slowly on your tongue, creating extended flavor satisfaction that cheap candy can't replicate. The pumpkin-shaped versions actually improve on the original through higher peanut butter ratios that serious fans consider superior to regular cups. Everything about Reese's screams Halloween, from the iconic orange packaging that coordinates perfectly with jack-o'-lanterns to the seasonal pumpkin shapes that become October obsessions. Multiple surveys consistently rank Reese's at or near the top of Halloween candy preferences, with some declaring it the undisputed champion. Reese's Cups have achieved currency status on Halloween. Kids trade multiple inferior candies for single Reese's Cups. Parents secretly hoard them from trick-or-treat hauls, and houses giving out full-size versions become neighborhood legends. The seasonal exclusivity of pumpkin shapes creates genuine excitement that transforms great candy into must-have Halloween treasures. KitKat claims the crown as America's ultimate Halloween treat, the four-fingered wafer bar that's turned "Give me a break" into both marketing slogan and Halloween ritual, since Rowntree created it in 1935. No other candy combines universal appeal, satisfying texture, and perfect portion control as brilliantly as these crisp chocolate-covered wafers. The engineering is genius in its simplicity. Light, crispy wafers layered with sweet filling and coated in smooth milk chocolate create textural complexity that keeps every bite interesting. That distinctive snap when you break off a piece delivers satisfying audio feedback that makes eating KitKats a multi-sensory experience. The portion control factor cannot be overstated. 4 separate fingers mean built-in sharing capability that makes KitKats perfect for Halloween trading, office candy bowls, and portion-conscious parents. You can eat one finger and save the rest or share with friends without awkward breaking decisions. KitKats excel at Halloween because they solve practical trick-or-treat problems. They're the perfect size for candy bags, photograph beautifully for social media, and appeal to every age group without being too sweet or too complex. The break me off a piece factor makes them interactive candy that creates social moments rather than solitary sugar consumption. The cultural impact spans generations. KitKats have maintained consistent quality and flavor for nearly a century while remaining accessible and affordable. They're sophisticated enough for adults, but simple enough for kids, striking that perfect balance that makes them universally beloved. KitKat earns the top spot because it delivers everything Halloween candy should. Exceptional texture, perfect portability, universal appeal, and that distinctive snap satisfaction that makes every piece memorable. Sometimes the best treats are the ones that do simple things perfectly. There you have it, from popcorn ball regret to the snap of a KitKat. The treats that ranked highest delivered what Halloween candy should: intense flavor, satisfying texture, and genuine craveability that makes you plan your next bite. The bottom-ranked treats? They got distracted by novelty over flavor, nostalgia over taste, or simply forgot that even Halloween candy needs to be delicious first and themed second. What do you think? Did we nail these rankings, or did your favorite Halloween treat get robbed? Let us know in the comments.